The government has just announced that the Cabinet Committee on Political Affairs has given the go-ahead to the caste census. It is a major story, and let me just explain to you why. First, usually the BJP government loves to take the journalist community by surprise, and they're very proud about the fact that news doesn't leak in the Modi government. However, the reason for us being surprised by the timing is not because of the gotcha element, but because more than the cabinet meeting on political affairs, what everyone was waiting to hear about is the decision from the Cabinet Committee on Security Affairs. After all, it's been more than a week since the terror attack in Pahalgam that killed 26 people, and the government has done everything, taken the opposition into confidence, met defense chiefs, met envoys from across the world, threatened Pakistan with cutting off their water supply, among other things. And just when everyone was waiting for some form of retaliatory action to be launched, this move has come. Now, at one level, the timing is perfect ahead of the Bihar elections around October this year. Remember that when the all-party meeting took place last week in Delhi, where Rajnath Singh briefed opposition leaders, PM Modi didn't attend due to his rally in Bihar. But even there, the big announcement was a message to the world in English about the terror attack, that India would find the perpetrators and punish them. So Bihar and its imminent election has always been hovering, but in the background, because as critics and BJP's admirers point out, they are always in election mode. The surprising thing about today's decision, however, is that BJP was always very wary about the caste census and for quite some time refused to comment on it. Take for instance when the party's OBC leaders like the Munde sisters in Maharashtra went public with their demands for it ahead of Bihar's caste census in 2022. The opposition's move there prompted many in BJP like Pritam Munde to also ask for it. But the central BJP even then in 2021 would avoid commenting on it, leaving it to their individual state units like Bihar, which of course was part of the all-party consensus on conducting the caste census.
मराठा फैक्टर कितना फैक्टर है वहाँ पे और ओबीसी, क्योंकि ऑपोजिशन ने पहले जनरल इलेक्शन के पहले भी काफ़ी ओबीसी रिजर्वेशन पे बात पाई. अभी अमित शाह जी ने कहा कि अभी भी हमने डिसाइड नहीं किया है कि ओबीसी सेंसस में रहेगा कि नहीं, उस पर हम डिसाइड करेंगे. आपका पर्सनल व्यू क्या है सर? ओबीसी रिजर्वेशन
पर्सनल व्यू ऐसा है कि कोई भी व्यक्ति जात, पंथ, धर्म, भाषा और सेक्स से बड़ा नहीं होता, उसके गुणों से बड़ा होता है. इस समाज की छुआछूत, अस्पृश्यता, जातीयता समूल नष्ट करनी चाहिए और समाज में सामाजिक और आर्थिक समता को प्रस्थापित करना चाहिए. मैं भी लोकसभा का चुनाव लड़ा था और मैंने कहा था कि पूरे लोकसभा क्षेत्र में जो जनता है वो मेरी है और मैं जनता का हूं. और मैंने ये भी कहा था कि जो करेगी जात की बात उसको मैं कस के मारूंगा लात. ये पब्लिकली कहने का मेरे में धाड़स है.
The BJP's wariness about a caste census was rooted in two things we know about their ideology. One, their ideological mentors, the Sangh Parivar, at the core of it, believes in a casteless society. So that belief goes contrary to the reiteration of caste in the form of a census. Remember the RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat's comments about reviewing the caste policy ahead of the 2015 elections? It is very significant that the day before the government announced the caste census, Modi and Mohan Bhagwat had an hour-long meeting to discuss the implications of this announcement. That's what we know now. The second reason behind the BJP's hesitation on this entire caste census issue is that they have traditionally been seen as an upper caste and trader class party. That's their core vote bank. That's why their big announcement ahead of the 2019 elections was affirmative action and a 10% quota for the economically weaker section, not for those who are historically disadvantaged. And so this became a bit of a political tricky game for the central government. They tried to counter it with the larger narrative of Hindutva and the Ram temple, but 2024 results showed that the caste gambit worked in bringing the BJP down to 240 seats, 32 less than the majority mark. The BJP blamed it on rumor mongering by the opposition that the ruling party was out to change the constitution and take away quotas, which spooked the Dalits. But either way, the 2024 elections showed that caste is something that is central to many, many Indians. No wonder that even the RSS gave a carefully worded statement after those elections to say that yes, RSS is of the opinion that for all welfare activities, particularly when addressing a specific community or caste that requires special attention, the government needs numbers. That was exactly what Rahul Gandhi had also been advocating. An X-ray, he called it, to figure out who stands where and why the upper classes, although a minority, were ruling every sphere of society. For instance, the upper castes in Bihar were a mere 15% of the entire population of the state. Just about 2 weeks after that, on September 18th, Home Minister Amit Shah declared that they were going to conduct the census. And while he didn't announce the caste census then, suddenly it became part of the realm of the possible. He said that they would decide on that aspect soon. As one insider in the Sun said to me today, the government had run out of options on this issue. The opposition had conducted caste census in one state after another, Telangana, Karnataka, and even announced their results even if they were uncomfortable for them. This was one political tool that the government really had no response for, apart from saying that the opposition wants to divide society by conducting a caste survey. If a majority of the country was indeed backward, the government's messaging was surely not going down well with them. The BJP had tried to make amends by using subcategorization, i.e. backing certain section of the backwards, but perhaps they realized that those moves only had limited rewards. So who is the big winner in this? There is one school of thought that Narendra Modi, by announcing this, has stolen the opposition's thunder. 6 months before Bihar elections, they have taken away the opposition's trump card. That he has taken away the one big tool that the opposition was sure to use against the BJP in the elections. However, most others would agree that this round has gone to Rahul Gandhi. He has been speaking about this incessantly for the last few years. He's also forced his own governments to walk the talk and push the Karnataka government to announce the results even if it didn't really go very well for them. So Gandhi has walked the talk, and now today he is claiming victory in forcing the Modi government's hand. What lies ahead? As all experts in this domain know, it will not be a very easy task. It's been 7 months since Amit Shah said they will have a caste census soon, but we don't have any timelines yet. The big tricky task is to consolidate the list of OBC castes from states and centers, and also prepare a list of all forward castes and figure out how the data will be collected everywhere. The last time this was attempted 14 years ago, it didn't work out at all. Delivering it this time is a promise that the government has now made and has to deliver.